Like these girls, they want Duke Dennis. They don't want me. It's not fair.
That's Glaze. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Time out real quick, nigga. Get that dick out your mouth real quick. YouTube, what's good with y'all boys? Today we're gonna tap into the Sassy Man era. Let's get to it.
As a man, according to the internet's new rules, you officially get categorized as two groups nowadays. You're either group A.
Don't forget, I'm invincible.
Or you're either group B.
Alright guys, on 3 we're gonna take a boomerang. We're gonna shake our mouths, okay? So
I've seen this video on TikTok, bro. I'm not gonna lie, these niggas might be a little sassy, bro. But I low-key kind of mess with these niggas, though. I ain't gonna lie. They just living life, doing what they want to do, and just, you feel me? Being comfortable in their sexuality. You feel me?
3.
You stupid, man.
And I speak for all men when I say we only classify as these and it's impossible to fit another category. Anyways, y'all, the talk of the interweb for the past couple of years has been that men are getting quote-unquote soft. But it's been really ramping up from last year to now when people have been talking more about it. And a majority of the time, the main people saying this are men online, obviously. Whether it just be a comment on a post, an alpha male podcaster saying humanity is falling because of it. But another category of people that I also haven't seen mentioned that say it too is women online. I always have to say this because people are sped. Not all women are like that and say men need to be more manly and less sassy online. But usually the people I see mention that say it are the alpha gurus and male podcasters. And I don't usually see women mentioning the conversation about it. They have another name for it too. They call it the quote unquote.
Do y'all think men can be sassy, though? Like, okay, let's keep it a beam, right? Here's my take on this, right? Men can for sure be sassy, but y'all, some of these Twitter or TikTok brain dead Twitter fingers, no men having women, not all women, just a small niche, chat, just a small niche. Some of them, the Twitter women, the period girls, right? They always love saying men can be sassy, bro. And it's like, okay, I can understand that, bro. But me having emotions is not being sassy, bro. And they always say it's for the stupidest reasons. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you could have, like, peep, let's just say you want to get some coffee. Oh, that's sassy. Why are you trying to drink some coffee? I can't enjoy my life. Or I just want to chill, relax, and not work. Like, why are you not working? You sassy, you gay? Like, what are we talking about? Or if a girl goes up to you and you don't like the way she looks or you don't like her energy and you reject her, why are you so sassy? You gay? Like, what are we talking about? I'm gay because I don't like you? What are we talking about, man? Like, it's just,
Quote, Sassy Man Apocalypse.
Why are y'all calling me one sassy 9?
And how it works is it'll be a man posting something on TikTok of them doing a more feminine like activity. Could be something like doing Pilates. And before someone's like, huh, well, Tommy, those are perfectly normal activities that any gender can— Shut up! Calm your ass down. This ain't a Twitter comment section. We all know anyone can do these activities. Like, I don't have to explain when I say a feminine activity. And whenever a man posts him doing one of these activities, you'll at least get a couple of people in the comments saying, why is he acting so zesty? Or,
Like, yo, what's wrong with that, though? What's wrong with a nigga doing Pilates? What's wrong if I just, feel me, just decide to do yoga? Like, what's wrong with that, bro? I can't, you feel me, assume doggy style position? I can't go in doggy mode? I can't do yoga? I can't try to benefit my body? I can't do some yeast? I can't, you feel me? I can't do that? Like, what are we talking about, bro? I can't stretch? I can't assume this position and do something like that? Like, what's wrong with that, bro? Let me live my life. Loki, this kind of feel good, though. Like, yo, I feel like we should have a yoga stream, bro. It's good for your body, bro. I'm not gonna lie. What are we? Why y'all on some gay shit? Somebody clip that? I can clap cloud right here. Okay, nigga. Yeah, y'all always on some fruity stuff.
you're sassy. And it don't even gotta be something crazy for real. Like, a man could record himself and be drinking matcha in the video. And you'll have some people in the—
Boy, I know you're hurting right now. Low-key, I am kind of sore. That was a little bit too much. I'm not gonna lie.
comments like, yo, bro, that's a little zesty. Why are you getting matcha and not pure black coffee? What am I gonna do with all these sassy men around? Like, why are you drinking the
Like,
girl—
can men not enjoy our lives? Nigga, why can't I drink a matcha? Nigga, why can't I be a matcha, nigga? Do I gotta drink bitter, dirt, dreary coffee all day? And I can't have no sugar or mocha or cream or caramel frappe? Nigga, what? Can we not do anything?
Early drinks. As a man on the internet, if you post you doing something like that, you really won't win. If you post you doing something slightly perceived as a feminine thing, you'll get hate from men and women. And I think this whole thing stems from older generations. Since Gen Z and before was raised by older generations that usually followed the traditional ways, a lot of us have carried these ways to our adulthoods. And you can pick out the good and bad between the things that we were taught compared to now. I'm not here to be a therapist and get everyone's perspective on how that lifestyle has affected them for good or bad. There's traditional things that work for some people and some don't, simple as that. But there's definitely things we can all universally agree on that they were low-key tripping over as men back in the day. Looking back at it, I couldn't live as a man like 20 to 30.
What's one thing y'all feel like back in the day they did that was crazy? One thing that I feel like needs to be changed that people used to do back in the day is men can't cry. You know, I'm not a nigga that cries myself, but at the same time, I feel like real men cry. Real men can express their emotions. I'm not gonna lie. Another thing is, I feel like one thing that shouldn't be like implemented into today's culture that's traditional is men having to work 100% of the time and the woman doesn't. Like, bro, let's split the bills, nigga. Like, in this economy, we both need to be working. I'm not gonna lie. Game is game.
Years ago. Because you had to be boring as and fit in or your ass was gonna get flamed. A good example is like wearing pink. Back then, would not dare to touch the color.
Nigga, you was getting calling all types of British cigarettes back then if you wore pink. I'm not gonna lie.
Pink, because they knew if they did, they would probably get roasted by their friends or their family would think they're zesty. Shoot, up until my elementary school years, we still had that mindset. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't really change. And even something like skincare. Bro, you couldn't even take care of your skin without a potentially giving you the gay allegations. Men low-key lived like cavemen back then. A lot of the fashion we wear too.
Can I be honest though? I'm not gonna lie, skincare routines are kind of valuable though. Not gonna lie. But at the same time, if we're eating proper foods as a man, you don't need it.
Nowadays, they would think it's zesty back then. You couldn't even put that on without getting the allegations. Like, it was just crazy. And
I'm a self-made barber, so I work when I want to. Is that zesty? Do you wear the black gloves, nigga? Do you wear the black gloves? Do you wear black gloves when you cut your hair? When you cut people's hairs? Because if you do, I'm not gonna lie, you a zest ball. I'm not gonna hold you. But if you don't, you straight.
I think the good thing about our generation is we're saying basic like you can actually dress good and wash
you straight.
your face can happen without you getting the zesty allegations or being made fun of by your friends. But clearly some people are still entrenched into that old mindset. You got people like FitX Fearless, who I'm sure some of y'all have heard of, but if you don't know, he's another one of those alpha gurus who has his own course on how to become rich and handsome. And
I want y'all to hold on.
He's another one.
I want y'all to guess how tall he is, right? Now, I'm not one type of nigga to pick on people's height. I'm only 5'9". But at the same time, if you hear what he says, you would think he talks like he's like 6'3". He talks with the confidence of being a 6'3" man. This nigga is 5'4". And like at the same time, I don't think height really matters, but a lot of what he says doesn't really seem as powerful when you find out his real height. I'm gonna just keep it in the beam.
One of those alpha gurus who has his own course on how to become rich and handsome. And people actually pay to get advice on how to improve their looks from him.
Like these girls, they want Duke Dennis. They don't want me. It's not fair.
That's glaze. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. Time out real quick, nigga. Get that dick out your mouth real quick. We need to pause time out. Get that dick out your mouth, bro. What we talking about, bro? These girls want a proper man. That's all they want. Proper man. Get that dick out your mouth, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Wipe off your chin.
Oh, shut the hell up.
Thank
They
you.
want the jewelry. Rich guy. They want everything. They don't want a regular Joe.
He built himself.
A lot of what's wrong with this nigga is his hair. If you fixed your hair, combed that shit out, maybe grew some locks, you wouldn't be chopped. It's just your hair looks like your hair looks like a lollipop with hair on it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You looking like Trey Young.
Ain't nobody gave that dude shit. He built himself. You motherfucker every dude that
His hairline's cooked. It's fixable though. It's not fried. You just need a good barber, a good lineup, and just need to either put some curling cream in your hair or twist it out.
finish line and be like, oh, why do women want him? Because he tried.
And he's one of those people I feel like that holds the traditional mindset from the past completely. Because he's always complaining about the new generation and the styles people are rocking now. Like, he just hates any man that wears something baggy and thinks it looks childish. And he has multiple videos of him saying it makes you look homeless and dumb.
I'm going to keep telling y'all dress like little kids. I don't care.
I'm not gonna lie, that overalls was a little kid.
What anybody say, bro? The classy man is all.
Nigga, no, hold on, no,
Like
hold on, bro.
I don't care what anybody say, bro. The class.
Nigga, breathe. Yo, let yourself breathe. Nigga, this skin tight ass clothing, bro. Are you the fruity one? Bro's what's on your lips? Are you wearing lipstick, bro? Come on, nigga. I should not be seeing your nipples in a regular shirt. Yo, get a bigger shirt, bro. We understand you're muscular, nigga. Jeez.
Classy man is always the best looking man. Nobody could beat that guy. I don't give a damn what you say, bro. I don't give a damn about no new trend.
Nigga, and this shirt is tight too, nigga. We get it. You got muscles. Wear a bigger shirt.
These baggy clothes bullshit that you idiots think look cool. You don't.
And this nigga over here dressing like an ATL young nigga, bro. Get off my dick, bro. Come on,
like
man.
I don't give a damn what you think. Stop wearing baggy clothes. They make you look homeless. The losers on the
And them
internet.
tight clothes make you look gay. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. Yay, gay, Twitch. Yay, gay. Yay, gay. But I'm not gonna lie.
I want you to believe that a guy who dressed classy, a guy who wears fitted clothes, something is wrong with him. Not the guy who looks homeless and wears baggy clothes that is quote unquote comfortable.
What's wrong with being
the
comfortable,
problem
bro?
with this is you don't command respect with your image.
I'm sorry,
And nigga, you don't command respect with your tight ass jeans.
bro, but I'm
Nigga,
not
I
trying
can see your dick print, bro. I don't want to see
I
that.
look like the Rock from the 90s every time I step out the house. Or dress like I'm going to a wedding every day. Some occasions deserve the fitted clothes and some deserve the baggy clothes. That's all it is. Because fashion has always been the one thing that's progressed and changed depending on its time. So why would you want to stay one style forever without trying different things? If people treated fashion like his thinking forever...
I'm not gonna lie. He kind of put this shit on with this fit though. I'm not gonna lie. But at the same time, nigga, putting up that shirt, stop trying to post a thirst trap, bro. Nigga. Only niggas watch your shit. No females. Like, nigga, I hope you know your whole fan base is niggas, bro. I'm gonna be honest. So you just doing that for some niggas. That's weird.
then we'd still be wearing those 1800s outfits. This is the type of thinking.
Hold on. Let's go back though.
Fashion like his thinking forever, then we'd still be wearing those 1800s.
Wow, this shit kind of hard though. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas in the 1800s was low-key kind of putting that shit on though. I'm gonna be honest. They was low-key kind of putting that shit on. I'm not gonna lie. Now, this nigga right here, I ain't gonna lie, this Benjamin Franklin ass fit, I don't know about this one right here. But I'm not gonna lie. Imagine walking around the plantation in something like this, bro. That shit kind of cold. And then the woman used to put that shit on too. I'm not gonna lie. Shit, we might have to go back.
Hundreds outfits. This is the type of thinking older generations still have though. Like he low-key gives me the vibes of what a woman in her 50s would dream as their one-night stand. Universally with
sure.
fashion though, I think we've all been way more open to changing up things in our generation. I mean in 2017, we're dressing like this and we realized, alright.
That was a horrible era. The clout era, nigga, that was one of the worst eras ever for fashion niggas, bro. If you ain't spend $10,000 on a fit, it wasn't cool. Supreme, the band Jordans, these type of pants, the fanny pack, bro, nigga, the fanny packs. Oh shit, no. Oh nah, the fanny pack era, man. I ain't gonna lie. We had fashion niggas over here looking like middle-aged mothers. I'm not finna lie, trying to call it fashion.
We gotta change this up. But then you go out actually putting that on and you're gonna have some older family member side-eyeing you, thinking you might swing the other way because you wanted to dress nice. A thing you'll hear some...
I'm gonna say something, and Cordell, you can decide if you want to cut this out, but I gotta say it.
or side-eyeing you, thinking you...
Knowing how freaky James Charles is, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to f a dog before. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be surprised if he had tried to f a dog before. Really do your homework on this nigga James Charles, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he's a freaky dog. Literally.
might swing the other way because you wanted to dress nice. A thing you'll hear some women say online is the phrase, men used to go to war. And it's used as an insult online, usually when it's a man doing something perceived more feminine. When I say perceived more feminine too, it really doesn't even have to be that. It could just be him doing something fun. It's to the point where some of them will literally record random men in public to make fun of them for it.
Men used to go to war? Nigga, he's drinking a frappe while doing his work. What do you want him to do? Fucking build a log cabin? You want him to build a house? You want him to fight a war and get PTSD? You want him to be on the field? Like, what are we talking about, man? Bro's chilling, living his life. Can we not enjoy our life? Men used to go... Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Men used to go to war and women used to get beat. I'm gonna be honest. Do we want to go back to that? I'm gonna be honest. Back when men used to go to wars, nigga, they would come home and beat their wives. Do you want to go back to that? No. No. So let us be free. Let us be free. Men used to go to war. Now they take photos on the audition staircase. Nigga, women used to not have rights. Do y'all want it to go back to that? I don't think not. I think not. Nobody wants to go back to that, man. I love women's rights, right, Twitch? Yay, women's rights. Yay, women's rights. Appreciate you, CM Turks, for the 2 months. Appreciate you, guys. Back to what I was saying, though. Yay, women. But, bro, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? We can't flick up no more, bro? I don't understand the mentality of girls like this, bro.
Like, all bro did in the first video was drink a frappe he bought with his hard-earned money. And all they did in the other was take a picture at a staircase. And by the way, there's a more than 100% chance men built those stairs. So I'd be damned as a man if I can't take pictures of something I build. I'll take a million pictures if I want to. The whole men used to go to war thing doesn't make sense to me because, for one, millions of men still do go to war all over the world. Like, do you not read the news or something? There's about a war started every week nowadays. And for the men at war in the past, do you think they actually wanted to be there? Men had zero choice but to be in the war. They would literally draft your name out a hat and you had to be in the field. Or your ass.
Which is a crazy concept. Like, you low-key, you had no choice but to be in the field. You had no choice. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. Imagine being the unlucky fellow getting drafted to war. Like, I know niggas was depressed for weeks when they found out the news, bro. Nigga, I ain't trying to fight for this country. I'm trying to survive and live.
Was getting sent to prison to eternally be a named Bubba's prison wife. Also, there's a lot of countries where men around the world are still required to be in the military. Like in South Korea, BTS had to stop for a while because some of the members had to do their mandatory military service.
That's crazy, by the way. That's crazy. Imagine in America we had everybody had to be in the military and you're stationed with like Kim Kardashian or Kanye West. That would be insane. That would be absolutely insane.
And this type of president to me probably isn't the best thing to set, because if y'all really do want it to go back to men fighting in wars and stuff, as a man, as soon as you turn 18, you're getting sent on your way to serve your duties, then be prepared as a woman. If you don't cook for your husband one day, you and the children got a 50% chance of getting beat that night, because that's what the older generations of
exactly, he said it perfectly,
men did. Like, I really don't think you want to be in that generation. And then you go in the comment sections of these videos.
With the 25th pick of the World War III draft, the United States selects Marcus Johnson from Nashville, Tennessee. Nigga, what? Nigga, shut that shit off, nigga. What? Absolutely. Yo, I rebuke all of them spirits. What the hell? That's not even my last name. Why did you think Johnson was my last name? That's kind of racist.
And it's women saying things like, men are so princessy now, or so many princesses. I also get confused by this.
Queen Iris! Appreciate you, Iris. Cloud, I hope you know you're the best monkey streamer. Why am I a monkey streamer? What? Huh? Appreciate you for the sub, though. What?
This too, because isn't it mainly women saying men need to be more tapped in their emotions? Like, for decades, the complaint has always been that men are so emotionless and never like to express themselves. And that definitely is true a lot of times. You try to talk to any man over 60 about mental health or therapy and they go, mental health? My mental health was working 128-hour work weeks at 10.
Alright, bro, just say you're depressed. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to hear that bullshit. Just say you're depressed and you need a hug. I don't want to hear that, man. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to hear how you was at the fields of Armageddon or Normandy or Vietnam, bro. Just say you got PTSD and you're depressed, bro. Just get a hug, bro. Just cry it out, bro. Yo, by the way, what do y'all think my last name is? Like, I want to see real quick. Let me know.
Years old and walking 5 miles to school after and then walking 5 miles back to finish the day. Then going on my grandpa's boat and fishing 5 fish a day for the entire family to eat. Mental health is something you made up after the 2000s. That was my impression of a blue-collar worker. Then when men nowadays actually try to express themselves, we're sassy and princesses? This just shows me that a lot of y'all saying this will say one thing online, then act
None of y'all got it,
different
by the
when
way.
it comes to actual situations. Now, I obviously...
Nigga, somebody said Montana or Montana. Sanders? Alufimi? Nigga, that's racist as shit.
I don't think all the women saying men used to go to war are serious and they're just joking. But it's one of those things where it's so many people saying it, everyone
Somebody got it though. I'm not finna lie. I'm not finna say who it was, but somebody got it.
can't be joking about it. I didn't realize this until I grew up, but in our generation, there's still a ton of women that want to live that more traditional lifestyle. Because all you would see on ads and online for years, it was all about independence for women and living that lifestyle. Which if it works for you, that's amazing, you know, I don't got no complaints. But then as I grew up and would ask the women around in my life what they wanted for the future, you know, when I became college age and everybody's trying to figure out what they want to do with their life, I would hear a surprising amount of them saying the more traditional thing and maybe working a side job just so they're not bored. Nothing wrong with that either. Should I know in the future for me, I'm gonna provide the best I can for whoever I'm with. As long as the relationship is healthy, it really shouldn't concern anyone. Then
Yeah, I think the whole 50-50 thing, that's just like, it shouldn't even be an argument, bro. That's kind of like, that question, in my opinion, is very similar to like the, oh, are we finna eat fast food most of the time or like home cooked meals? It really depends on your preference, bro. If you like eating junk, eat junk. But if you don't, cook the meals. Same thing with like, do you feel me? 50-50. If you want to make it 50-50, and both y'all put money into the pot, put money into the pot. But if you want the breadwinner to cover most of it, and the other person maybe cover like 20%, do that. I think that's a better alternative, but I don't know.
couple of years ago, that thing blew up on TikTok called Trad Wives, where it's pretty much
Nothing's
women
50-50
talking
in
about
life,
the
though.
traditional lifestyle and what they live like. Can this lifestyle turn into a toxic thing? Yes. But that's why you have to have a group of good people around you to tell you when it may be turning into that. You know, it
True.
can turn real quick from happily married with kids and living your dream lifestyle to you overcooking the chicken one day and getting RKO'd on the dining room table. I think
I'm not finna lie, I would be pissed if like your only job was to take care of the kids and like cook food and you didn't do either. I would be pissed. That's not saying I'm finna hit a hey! I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna hit a that. But at the same time, I would be pissed. Just keep it in the beam. But at the same time, that's why I don't think that type of dynamic is healthy, bro. It should be something more healthier. You should play to your strengths of the relationship. If the man can cook better, okay, maybe the woman, you feel me, takes care of the kids. Man comes home, cooks. Maybe y'all both, you feel me, have a little, I don't know what y'all do. I don't know.
I think there is a correlation of this type of lifestyle starting to trend more and more, and you know, men getting called sassy and zesty and online. You know, this is just my view, but I wasn't really seeing this ramp up like this until recently. People be forgetting there's a large amount of women who also have the traditional mindset of thinking too. Anyways, to wrap everything
cool.
up, as a man, you shouldn't be crashing out and angry over your girl asking you if you want to get a pedicure with her, and be worried you're gonna get perceived as sassy online if people see it. Maybe it's just the name.
Nigga, I'm not gonna lie. Pedicures are one of the most amazing. Pedicures are one of the most amazing things. Period. I'm gonna just keep it a beam. It is.
If they called it a manly feet cleaning, I wonder if more men would be open to doing it. Like, it's fine to take care of your skin and make sure you're looking right. And you can do all this while also doing the traditional, more manly stuff. Like locking in with the gym and lifting and providing for whoever you're with in life. I could just never take it serious if another person is trying to call me sassy online because of something. So yeah, let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time,
I love you too, Kami.
I'm out.
I love the cat consensually too, or non-consensually.